There's something about a man with a saxophone. I don't know what it is, but it's there. My first real boyfriend in junior high school played the saxophone. Now, he looked all right, he dressed all right, had a little bit of money in his pocket, smelled all right for a 14-year-old boy, but it was the saxophone that got me. Our honoree has been a man with a saxophone for decades now, born and raised in the Bottoms on the city's west side. He developed a love for music when he was just 10 years old and was winning music awards at the tender age of 12, then formed his own band while he was a student at Columbus Central High School. He went to Ohio State, studied business, played some basketball, but that saxophone was always there. In 1956, he found himself on the road with a guitar player named Chuck Berry. In his travels, he performed with or recorded with the Dells, the Everly Brothers, interesting, and Tito Puente, just to name a few. He played the Montclair Supper Club in New York, the 1962 World Fair, the Kentucky Derby, college campuses all across the country. Folks jammed to his recording of the Madison Shuffle. Eventually, he hooked up with the Sheraton hotel chain, becoming that chain's entertainment director. He even opened the Sheraton's hotel in Anchorage, Alaska, bringing a heat that part of the world had never before experienced. But you know, there's something about a man with a saxophone. And even in what is supposed to be retirement, he is still blowing that horn, much to the delight of a new generation of jazz lovers and local musicians. Bob Breithout, who is the drummer with Columbus Jazz Orchestra, says our honoree has always interjected great personality and soul in his style that makes the listener comfortable. Piano man Dave Powers says, and I quote, "He is so much fun. He loves audiences and loves to engage the audience to get them involved and part of the party." And longtime friend and TV legend Chuck White says our Walk of Famer plays with a soulful passion that conveys that he is feeling every note of his music. His sounds are so mellow you want to listen more and more, and then you want to grab your loved one and slow dance. And I think that's code for something else, but Chuck White is a gentleman. Yeah, there's something about a man with a saxophone. Whether he's playing in a group or all alone, the sounds coming out of his shiny horn, you know that's where real soul was born. Makes you want to sing, it makes you want to dance, can set the mood for reflection or for romance. Playing with emotion so raw, so real, blowing with passion you can hear and feel. There's something about this man with a saxophone, and Carl Sally, you're in a class of your own.
You put your hands together if you like. Thank you. Looked at me one day, chased my blues away, chased away with a sweet smile. I never dreamed I'd meet a man so fine. There was something in his style, Mr. Magic. Where have you gone, Mr. Magic? Where, Mr. Magic? Turn me on. He put his hand on me, kissed me so tenderly, tenderly. He squeezed me tight. Give up anything that I possess, just to have him here tonight. Mr. Magic, Mr. Magic, Mr. Magic, where have you gone? Mr. Magic, turn me on.
Thank you very much. Sitting there, they put me in some heavy company tonight. And as I was thinking, reminiscing, 1984, I played the Final Four in Seattle, and also played for the Coaches Convention and Nike. And I really did learn some words of wisdom. But before I tell you the story, I want to thank Miss Bradford for the tremendous show as she has engineered here tonight, and all her wonderful people. I want to congratulate Bobby Floyd and Nancy Wilson and all the other people previous to that who I've had the opportunity of being with all of them. Nancy and I used to do things when we were around 12 years old on an amateur show. And over here was the singing sensation, Nancy Wilson. And over here was this little 12-year-old saxophone player, little boy wonder. And I also want to congratulate, and I hope you realize what you've heard tonight, tremendous musicians. I want to tell you that this is one of the greatest nights of my life. And to be here and be with all these fine people, I was asked a question. We started this yesterday on WOSU. Miss Bradford took me over to WOSU, and from the time we walked in, they treated me like a king. And the host asked me, how does it feel to play music? Well, I had another friend of mine, Connie Boykin, who's the head of a jazz organization. He asked me that very same question. And I want to tell you how it feels to play music. How does it feel to eat a nice piece of pie and maybe ice cream on it after you've had a great meal? It feels pretty good, doesn't it? How does it feel to listen to some beautiful music, have a nice night out with your wife or girlfriend, and go home and how's that feel? Well, music is that and more. I really wished I could have played more tonight. I wanted to get into it. I'm one of the most fortunate people in this world. Connie asked me one day, Carl, do you think it's been okay for you? Did you get a piece of that American pie? I said, did I get a piece of it? You answer that. He said, yeah, you reached over and stole somebody else's. I want to say this. My father used to tell me all the time, what are you going to do tonight? Calling me every single night. And it started by accident. This whole music thing started by accident. I had to use the restroom in school. Come back and the door was locked. I was 10 years old. I knocked on the door. The teacher didn't open the door. I knocked real loud and she did not open the door. And I just hollered, open the door, Richard. That was a big song back then. Open the door, Richard. She said, oh, we got a class clown here. Why don't you sing that song for the class? Well, I sang it. And at a PTA meeting, the teacher said, I think he's got some musical talent. Maybe you better explore this. That was the beginning of the saxophone. So I've been 79 years on this earth. 69 of them have been blowing that horn. I probably can get a 747 off the air. Thank you so much.
These artists deserve nothing less.
trouble, and you need some love and care. Nothing, oh nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. So brighten up even the darkest night. Just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll go running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend.